Welcome back to part two. This is Personally Speaking, and today in the studio we have a very entertaining and very colourful young man called Terry Mardell, who's responsible for writing many game shows that you've probably seen on TV. Welcome back, Terry.
Thank you very much.
You were saying in the first part that you went over to America and you got thousands of shows actually broadcast over there. One was with Donald Trump, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was a show called Trump Card.
Yeah. Did you meet Donald?
Obviously, I did indeed, yes. Yeah, fine man. I liked him very much indeed.
Yeah.
I don't know how he is with everybody else, but he's certainly okay with me.
Yeah.
We did 180 episodes of that show. Unfortunately, we didn't get into the second year of syndication because I probably wouldn't be here now. I'd probably own an island somewhere off the Californian coast. But met Donald, yes, on many occasions, and went to San Francisco for the. There's an exhibition every year, the biggest in the world, called NATPE, which is program sellers, selling TV programs. And went there with Warner Brothers and Trump, and everybody looked for the big tickets in town were Paramount, Kingsworld, and two or three of the other studios who competed to have the best party of the week and put on the most phenomenal acts. And in the ballroom at the top of about the 40th floor of the Marriott Hotel in San Francisco, Kingsworld, once again outdoing everybody, Kingsworld do Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. Paid Elton a huge amount of money into his charity, not him, into his AIDS charity.
This is Elton John.
Yes. To do an hour at the piano, no band, just him. And the tickets were like gold dust. The studio bosses would have paid tens of thousands to get a table of 10. And we obviously used to get a lot of tickets from William Morris to go to these things, but we couldn't get a Kingsworld ticket. So me and my PA at that time, a lady who worked with me for many years, we decided that we're going to go to this Elton John concert. So I put on my little black spotted Elton John suit and my ponytail, maybe just a little more hair in, and we go to the Marriott, and there's a huge hallway that leads to the main room where Elton is appearing. There are security guards every 2 yards, glaring at everybody. So I just said to her, falling behind me, she had her best party frock on. I said, play your English lady bit right up, and I strolled out the door, and I said, is Elton here yet? And they all went, oh, no, yes, sir, he's just gone through. I said, oh, thank you. And we walked straight down the middle of the security guards.
With no ticket?
No tickets, no. Into this room that was laid out with 100 tables of 10 for an audience of 1,000. We picked two of the best seats in the house right at the front, and then people started to flood in and sit down with us. And I sat and watched Elton John do 45 minutes on the piano with no band. He was absolutely just as astonishing as if he'd had the whole band up there. So that's a lasting memory for me of how to blag your way into somewhere.
And so you got in. You got the best table in the venue.
By front and air.
Didn't have a ticket.
Someone had stopped me. They'd have thrown me straight down the lift shaft.
I get the impression that talking to you, you're a very shy person.
No, it's not really. No.
Shy and demure.
No, and Martha, my PA. She knew exactly how to play the part as well. She looked like a rock and roll girl, you know. And we just strolled down. I'm sure they just thought, well, we can't stop this guy because he looks like...
He looks important.
You know, he looks like he might be his manager or God knows who he is. I could have been anybody.
Is Elton here yet?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Is he here yet? I didn't even say Elton.
I've got his toothbrush.
Yeah, is he here yet? Oh, yes, it's just gone through, sir. I said, oh, great, thanks. How are you all? And there must have been 20 either side. And they're all going, good evening, how are you? And we left there and went to Paramount's party in a taxi, and because everyone had seen me at the Elton John concert,
they'll let you in there as well.
And red carpet into there as well. So that was a good night.
And we thought, you know, when we were kids, we thought it was really, really big to be able to sneak in the fire exits in nightclubs.
Exactly right. I mean, I used to go to the local cinema, which was called the Premier, every Sunday, about 10 of us, and bunk through the side door, crawl in on our hands and knees, see 10 minutes of the film get chucked out, go round the side again. So that was, I moved up a bit from Stoke.
This is where your training came from,
the Premier in North London to Elton John at the Marriott Hotel. But I still found blagging was the way to do it.
Was good fun. I'm sure you are related to Bob Hoskins, aren't you?
People say
Could
that.
Be his brother. Well, listen, let's talk about you coming out to Spain. Why have you come to this part of the world? Why the Costa del Sol?
Well, I used to come here to golf.
Yeah.
I loved it. I've always loved it here, and I love it still. In fact, I love it more now.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not going back. I don't want to go back.
No.
So it wasn't like something. It wasn't a snap decision. You know, we had a few years to think about it, and then we got a bit disenchanted with Britain. You know, generally, particularly my industry. Too many lawyers, and I said, "Oh, I've had enough of this," and said to my son, "Right here, you take over what's left of the business."
Yeah.
And he now works out of Maidstone Studios, which used to be the old TBS.
Yeah, your son's got quite a big complex here.
Yeah, well, he works with the guys. The guys that own it actually were producers of my shows at the BBC for 25 years.
All right, yeah.
Jeff Miles, Arch Dyson, all these guys were big. They were small producers who started with me on Bob's Full House and then worked on various shows with me.
Shows.
I did a show with Brucey for 3 years, Takeover Bid.
Yeah.
On the BBC. So I had a long run, and then they phoned me and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm thinking of going to Spain." I said, "But I'd like my son's worked for me for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'd like him to be set up. So can I bring him down?" They liked him. They said, "Right, come and work on the creative side for us," which is what he does. So he occasionally gets on to me and asks me to come up with some numbers games for like Ladbrokes and Corals and internet games and TV shows.
Yeah.
And they've just signed an option deal with Celador on two of the shows that I sent him. So not very much money, but.
So you're still writing?
Yeah, I'm still doing it. Yeah, I'm not writing. I didn't intend to carry on writing. It was just someone I knew at Celador rang me up and said, "Listen, this Deal or No Deal is doing very well. Can you find something like it?" Which I did, and they've taken it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I thought I might be, maybe too out of touch with the market, and too old to fit in today's market. But I suppose where number games are concerned, they're kind of ageless, really.
Yeah, this entertainment.
So we came here. We rented a house in near Torre, Alain de la Torre, Laro Golf Course.
Laro Golf, yeah.
For a year, we then went to Guaro. For a year, Guaro. And then this year, we found a wonderful spot with great views. Rented again, no money to buy. I did very well, but it all went somewhere.
Yeah, like it does.
Yeah, like it does. So we do all right. We tick over, me and Jan. We love it here. Jan wasn't crazy about it when we first came, but I found with all of my friends that live here, it's usually the girls who, us boys, we don't, as long as we've got Sky Sports and we can see a bit of footy and go down a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't require much in life, do we? They never get that, do they? But they require more than that.
It is normally the men who settle in first, and the girls want to go back
because,
to the UK.
we just need one or two mates, don't we? As long as we've got someone to lean on a bar with and get drunk, then we're all right. But it's a bit more than that. So Janet missed all her friends and missed her job. But slowly she's built, up.
New friends there.
New friends here.
Yeah. And she's happy now?
Well, I think she is. She's sitting over the back looking at me like she's not, but...
Daggers.
Yeah, probably. I've got a wall between me and her.
A couple of daggers sticking out your forehead now. Don't turn your back on.
So it's my intention to stay here. And as I say, we've had a bit of a rocky ride in the last 12 months, but we're all doing
Yes,
all
you've not been very well, have you? But so you're
okay.
Okay. You're okay now, which is good to see.
I went down to the Costa del Sol Hospital about 9 weeks ago.
Yeah.
To get some antibiotics for stomach ulcer that had troubled me for years, and 10 hours later they had me in an hospital bed, and a week later they were bringing out the daggers wonderfully. And if I could just take this quick opportunity, could I just say what a joy the Spanish health services and the doctors and the nurses, medicals and what are they called, enfermerias, have been absolutely spot on. I couldn't have got better treatment if I'd have been the mayor of Cohen.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'm now on the road to recovery. If any of my friends are looking at this, don't adjust your sets because I've lost about 2.5 stone, and may I say, looking far better for it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like I said to you before, you got your colour back in your cheeks.
Yeah, well, I'm feeling better. The ridiculous bit is I've got this terrible thing, but I'm feeling better than I felt for 15 years.
Yeah, well done.
I just put on too much weight. You get fat and lazy and too much money and lived too good. And now I weigh a little bit more like I did 20 years ago. And yesterday I was out pottering. No, yesterday I was in hospital being pumped full of various chemicals. But the day before that, I was digging my borders around my lawn and planting flowers. So,
yeah. You got any plans of buying a bicycle?
No. I have a dog. Well, of course, I have everybody has to go down the shelter and get
a dog. Yeah,
Janet
yeah.
is a veterinary nurse, so she got some local work in Alarin El Grande, and told me about this poor little dog that had been bought in that no one wanted, and we had to have him.
Yeah.
And I fought like cat and dog, 'cause I never had a dog. I'd never had a dog, and now we're inseparable. And I walk him every day, 2 or 3 kilometres, and we go up the hills and down the dells. And I'm going to use that as it's a springboard for me.
Absolutely.
It'll keep
you healthy because the area.
I'm all right with this. I didn't. You often wonder what would happen if someone told you were seriously ill. I think it just you don't know how you're going to react. No.
Well, I'll tell you what, listen, thanks very much for coming and talking to us.
Hey, listen, it's been brilliant.
It's been a great experience.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Pleasure. It's been great to hear about your experience with Elton John and his concert. And working with, of course, Bruce Forsyth and the other famous people like Jim Davidson, etc. You must have had a very colourful life.
Yeah.
Good luck with your health situation.
It's all right. Hey, listen, I'm going to be all right. Give me a call in a year's time. I'll come back and tell you how well
we'll come and see how you're doing and see if you've written any more game
shows.
Thanks very much for watching. This has been another episode of Personally Speaking with Terry Mardell today, a man who's written many game shows for TV and now looking very healthy after not being too well for a while. Whatever you're up to, have a great day. We'll see you for the next episode of Personally Speaking soon. Bye for now.